Hear me right now. We are live as requested from the family. As always, just let me check very, very quickly if you guys are able to hear me or not. Guys, can someone confirm if you are able to hear me? Guys, is hello, hello, Dharmesh ji. I'm perfectly all right. I'm perfectly good. How about you? We are waiting for a couple of more family members to join in and then we'll get started. We are waiting for a couple of more family members to join in and then we'll get started. Okay, we have a few members joined in right now. Okay, so what do we have right here? Let me see. Yeah, guys, feel free to share your questions with us. And are you guys able to hear me perfectly? Dharmesh ji, are you able to hear me properly? Doing a live session after quite a long time, actually, as requested by the family members. Let me get the charts out properly. And yeah, we'll get started in a bit. Eco, uh, Sagar, thank you for letting us know. The eco, I'm not sure what the eco is. So, guys, join in clearly. If you have any questions, feel free to ask me. We are doing this live session after quite a long time. Really appreciate you guys coming in for this live session. Wanted to talk about the Bitcoin chart, of course, and a lot of people have actually lost a lot of money with the Terra Luna crash that happened. And to be honest, okay. Here we go. Let's get started. We have questions coming in. Yes, Dharmesh ji. Thank you for your question. And yeah, let's get started. So, guys, as you can see right here, okay, there's a Bitcoin chart currently trading at 28,315. This is the next level of support. I've been talking about my buy positions of around 22,900, 22,950. The simple reason is this 261.8 Fibonacci support on the daily time frame. But guys, what I want the focus for today's discussion is, of course, on the long term scenario. And I see Darian is asking about a few alts as well. I'll cover a few alts as to what I feel could happen, and yeah, what all I'll be holding or what all I'll be accumulating in this, right? So first, what I want to bring to your notice is this 3-day chart right here. This is the 3-day chart. Okay guys, as you can see clearly, there's a 3-day chart, and what I want to plot here is the, the 50-day and the 200-day. Okay, the 50 period and the 200 period, and this comes with the projection, right? What has happened now? We had made multiple videos ever since we tested this bottom half, you know, right from the beginning of January 2022, right? We started doing that, and here we made a video here when we tested at the end of March, when 47,341 was testing. We mentioned specifically that, we could see, if this is a rejection, we could see a price testing the lower half. Okay, this was always on the cards, and ultimately there has to be, so this news, so I see Dharmesh is talking about this Luna rug pull, and it actually led to the crash of the complete market. But here I want to highlight to you one thing which I personally believe is, this Luna rug pull or this Luna, crash, whatever you may call it, this was an excuse. But right since we were testing this region, to be honest, right, when we got rejected by the 200-day, I called for, that basically, we might actually test the lower halves of 40,000 or $35,000, and then a final dip might be on the way. But what we saw is this, of course, this Luna, incident, that black, now this black swan event that has happened. This has led to the pricing, the Bitcoin just plummet from the highs of about 40,000 to the lows of about $25,000, right? And this has happened very, very quickly. But what I want to highlight, I have highlighted this earlier as well, right? People are getting excited, possibly you may want to buy. If you want to buy, if you want to DCA continuously, that's a good strategy. You can think of doing that. But what I personally believe is there is a lot of downside action still remaining. I had my buy orders at 27,000 something, 27,000, 24,000, $28,000, but I had to cancel those buy orders because, again, for example, like how we got too heated up too quickly right here, we are coming down very, very fast, and this is not sustainable again, right? This is not sustainable, and we are going to have a consolidation. Do not be surprised if we test this half again, this region of 37, $38,000 once more. Should we get in? Well, it's completely your call, but if you are to ask me what I would be doing, I am not buying any of this thing, right? And one more thing which I feel, 2018 and the current year 2022 has a lot of similarities, when it comes to the bear market. What are those similarities? Take a look here. The last time we had this kind of a, the death cross, basically this is the 50 period, and the red one is the 200 period. So the 50 period, when it's crossing the 200 period, that's the death cross that we call. And look at this correction here as well. In 2018 as well, we just plummeted by approximately 55 or 60%. Let me do a quick calculation right here for you guys. From the red line, that was the 200 period, we plummeted straight by about 50% or so. And this happened in very, very less time, right? If we quickly get your date and price range right here, you'll be able to see this happened in a short period of about a little over a month. Okay, and if we scroll to the present time right here, where will a 50% correction put us from here? A 50% correction might put us somewhere around the ranges of $19,000-$20,000. which I think is possible. To be honest, it is possible. And a 1 month period approximately would put us by the mid of June, right? Which I don't think so is gonna be the case this time around. This is gonna be a long time. The beer market is gonna be around for a long time. But and there is something that Bitcoin is doing currently which it has not done or has not seen, to be honest, in the past at all. Right, Bitcoin has been around since 2010, 2011. And what we are about to discuss is something that is absolutely very critical, guys. Right, we are going to discuss about the Nasdaq chart. I have discussed about the Nasdaq chart on our Telegram family as well. And yeah, what I want to discuss on the Nasdaq chart is basically the 3-day chart and a potential death cross scenario forming on the Nasdaq 3-day chart. Okay, so if we quickly get this one, you'll be able to see this is the projection, the 50 period and the 200 period. You see the death cross is scheduled to be somewhere around August or September, right? And this is not normal, guys. This is absolutely not normal. We have broken below this red line on the 3-day chart for Nasdaq. Currently it's at around the $12,000 12,000 points mark. But what I want to put your what I where I want to get your attention is basically when was the last time this had happened. Mind you, during the COVID crash of March 2020, we did not get a death cross on the 3-day chart for Nasdaq. Why we are basically analyzing Nasdaq? Because the Bitcoin price and the Nasdaq are very closely related. Bitcoin follows the Nasdaq chart very closely. And you know that is the simple reason why we are following this thing as well. Now if I scroll left on the charts, you'll be able to see that it's been quite a long time since we had a death cross. We came close in 2016, but the death cross did not happen. Rather, Nasdaq tested the 200 period simple moving average on the 3-day chart and we continued our rise. But when was the last time we had a death cross? The last time we had a death cross was back in 2009 or 2008, guys, right? And Bitcoin wasn't around at that point of time. We all know that, right? This wasn't Bitcoin wasn't around, and a lot of things were different. The global economy was way smaller. The digitization was way smaller. Why I am emphasizing on digitization is Nasdaq is the index for the tech stocks, right? And technology stocks around the globe, in India and around the globe, have risen very sharply in the past couple of years. You would be knowing that. For me personally, apart from crypto, my stocks majorly I've invested into tech stocks, and they have given amazing returns. At one given point of time, the return was about 95 or 98%, right? And I'm talking about 6 months back from now. But look at this, guys. This was the death cross that happened back in 2008. And what was the percentage correction for Nasdaq? The Nasdaq corrected by approximately, you can see here, 43%, right? 43%. And if I get it from the top, then it was a correction of more than 54%, guys. Okay, this is very important, because as I discussed earlier right here as well, the death cross for Nasdaq, now no one is talking about this. Okay, I'm very much surprised that no one is talking about this potential death cross for Nasdaq, right? If a death cross on Nasdaq is happened, it happens, then we can see, we are already down by approximately 29-30%. The Nasdaq is down by 29-30%. Whenever the Nasdaq is down by 20% or more, we say that it's a bear market. But yeah, we are already in a bear market. It's already down 30%. But if we see a 40-45% correction, we could test this particular support that we found earlier, that was about the $10,000 10,000 mark, and that would be a 40% correction as well. And it's not only Nasdaq, guys, that I'm talking about today. You can take any market for that matter, right? You can take any market for that matter, and everything is correcting. There's a lot of fundamental reasons as well why we are getting this pullback, and there's a lot of technical reasons as well. Now, before 2008, we all know the 2001 dot-com bubble crash. Now, this is very, very significant, guys, because I personally feel the crypto bubble has, it has either, it's on the verge of bursting or it has already bursted, right? Because what had happened back in 2000 2001 was, any company, any domain that you bought with a .com used to get huge valuations, it used to get huge fundings, and all of this was not sustainable, as we all know, and we got a huge dump, and this led to a recession as well, as you can see right here. It was a 80, more than 80% correction. Are we expecting this kind of a fall? To be honest, I'm not expecting this kind of a fall for the traditional markets perspective, but for Bitcoin, we all know Bitcoin corrects by approximately 80 to 85%. And if 85% correction, if we are to talk about the 85% correction, then from the top of $69,000, an 85% correction would put us, let me see where it is putting us. It is putting us right at about, yeah, it's putting us at $10,400. Do I feel that's likely? $10,000, personally, not a big believer in that BTC can actually go to $10,000, but this is a probability, right, guys? This is an absolute probability that we may actually get to see about $10,000 or so, right? Now, uh, before $10,000, right? I personally don't think we are going to $10,000. But what are the major levels of support and how do we find it? All right, that is extremely, extremely, extremely important. The most simplest way, guys, is just plot the line chart. Okay, just plot the line chart right here and go to a wider time frame. That will give us a big, that will clear out a lot of noise, to be honest. And here you can see, this is a one week chart. Where is the next support coming in at? It's about $19,000. That is the next logical level of support. But if we go to the monthly, which is extremely, extremely crucial, guys, you'll be able to see that on the monthly, the logical level of support is at $14,000. Okay, $14,000 is the next logical level of support. We made a video last year. I'll share it with you as well, when we discussed about why $14,000 could be on the cards for Bitcoin, right? We discussed it last year. Bitcoin, from it went all the way to about $69,000. People forgot about it. Everyone was happy. And basically, we forgot about the bear market scenario, right? So the next logical level of support for me should be around $14,000, but will not go there at one go for sure, guys. There will be multiple levels, mind you. At $21,000, MicroStrategy, the largest Bitcoin holding organization, will get a margin call. They are going to protect it with everything that they have got, guys, right? That's why I say 21, 22, $23,000, extremely, extremely important levels. Extremely, extremely important levels, guys, right? Now, let me take a couple of questions from you guys. Dharmesh is saying, maybe like 2018 bear market possible now in 20. We are already in a bear market, by the way, right? It is how you define. If you, we are already down more than 50% from the top. If you look at this, we are already down about 55% from the top. And if you are still not calling it a bear market, I don't know what will you call a bear market then. We are in a bear market, Dharmesh. Have no doubt about it. And we'll basically uh, expect more dump from the Bitcoin price and subsequent other alts as well. That's why I have repeated this multiple number of times, guys, that holding a major portion of your portfolio in altcoins is extremely risky. I have always maintained a 75% to 80% position in Bitcoin. Currently I have sold off everything. If tomorrow Bitcoin goes to $40,000, I might miss out on that, but it's completely fine. It's completely okay to understand that this is not going to be the last trade of my life. That's extremely important, guys, right? uh, no sign of recovery. Om Prakash is saying, again, there would be signs of recovery. I personally believe there would be times when Bitcoin would see a jump. There would be weeks together when Bitcoin would actually test the upper level. But overall the trend per se would be down as far as I'm concerned. And yeah, 20 21,000 dollars. By the way, guys, if Bitcoin breaks $20,000, that will be a trend reversal. Right? Why will it be a trend reversal? Never in the history has Bitcoin gone and fell fallen below the previous cycle all-time high. Right? Like here you can see, what was the previous all-time high? It was about $1,250. And where did we bottom out? We bottomed out at about $3,000 or so. Similarly, if you go further, you will be able to see where did Bitcoin top out. Bitcoin topped out at about, I don't know, probably about $20 $25. And when was this bottom? This bottom was at about $200. So if Bitcoin goes past $20,000, it will be a major trend reversal for Bitcoin and the complete crypto space, right, guys? And okay, uh Bryce, Mayank, again, Bryce video, you'll definitely get it. Whatever you'll ask, you'll get it on our channel. But given the present sentiment of the market, uh, I do not. First of all, for the past few days or so, I was out. I was traveling to the mountains. It was refreshing. By the way, for the Bryce video, definitely it will be made. Let the market settle in a little bit, and I will definitely cover Bryce. Probably if market stabilizes around 28 27,000 dollars, you can expect the Bryce video coming out tomorrow or day after tomorrow, right? But be rest assured, it will be coming out. Again, Bryce, to be honest, in this market sentiment, I will not invest in anything apart from Bitcoin, Ethereum, and one more or two more uh, exchange tokens. The reason are, as you all know, Bitcoin is the number one crypto. It's the king of all. So uh, it does not require an explanation, right? For Ethereum, it's the number one altcoin. Extremely good fundamentals. I need not to explain. The explanation is required for the exchange tokens. Why should we invest in the exchange tokens? Now, whenever you know people would be buying in these dips, right? Whenever people would be buying in these dips, people would get incentivized if they pay their fees to the exchange in that particular exchange token. For example, you are using Binance. If you pay using the BNB token, you will get I don't probably around 25 to 40 or 50% discount in the fees. That is why the chances of these exchange coins performing is extremely good. But then again, let Bitcoin stabilize a little bit more. Let Bitcoin find a support, and then possibly buy these altcoins. Apart from this, one other altcoin, if I have to pick, I'll probably pick Matic. I'll probably pick, I don't know, ApeCoin or so. Strong fundamental tokens are extremely important. Nirmal, yes. Can we talk about the risk with USDT? Yes, of course. So, guys, this is the Luna chart, right? Look at this. I have never seen anything like this. uh, Luna had a market cap of, it was in the top 10 tokens, right? Now, if you go to CoinGecko, Luna is not even in top 100, I think, right? I think Luna is way beyond the top 100 tokens. If you just see very, very quickly, right? Yeah, it's at 124. And guys, the pricing for Luna for this one was, you know, there are multiple theories. I'll prepare a video tonight explaining about Luna, the crash that happened with Luna, and could it happen with other coins as well, right? But for USDT, again, it is a stable coin. We all know it, but if it depegs itself, if the depegging happens with the US dollar, then chances are high that we may see some bit of correction. Now, Tether have announced that they are actually migrating from the TRC20 network to the some of the other ones like Avalanche and some few others. The risk was that Avalanche might also see some, a correction, a hack or a rug pull, if I may call Luna rug pull, by the way. We may see similar actions with Avalanche as well. With Tether, look, UST was one of the top notch stable coins around for the last quarter or 6 months. Now, why I warned everyone about Tether was that my fear particularly is that people might actually, few new investors might actually not understand about the Tether and how it is backed by the dollar, right? And the effects of UST, Terra Luna, might actually have some ripple effect on Tether as well as on USDC or few other tokens as well. Now, for me personally, I have converted all of my coins into USDC. I do not hold any USDT at the point of time of recording, or maybe a few $100 or $1,000 here and there in Tether. But most importantly, why I feel the Tether could actually, you know may actually see a similar fate like Terra Luna is because of some of the bills that are getting proposed in the US Senate. And people in the US, they are fearing that the government may soon bring out some legislation, something related to stablecoins, because stablecoin is a big challenge for the economy and the normal market, right? Because if people start using the stable coins, the currency issued by the central banks would be in danger, so they want to regulate it. Now, there are both sides to regulation. uh, Whales or large investors are in favor of uh, regulations, simply because they feel once the regulation is in place, big money from hedge funds, big money from pension funds from Middle East, from US, will start flowing into Bitcoin and cryptocurrencies, and crypto would take off like anything, right? On the contrary, right, what people are actually fearing is, if they bring in regulation and if it tries to kill the innovation that is going around the crypto space, the innovation that has happened around the stable coins as well, that would be very, very dangerous, because the government would then force us to use the central bank digital currency, and the government would have access to everything. If I'm transferring $1 to my wife, the central bank would know about it, and they can track it. And well, it's not that I'm hiding or people want to hide anything, but people are not comfortable exposing everything to the government, right? And why should we? It's our hard earned money. If we are paying our taxes correctly, there is no reason for the government to intervene and you know uh, intervene in our privacy, perhaps. But very, very quickly, for Tether, I think until and unless UST pegs itself back to $1. I think that is going to happen sooner rather than later, right? I don't think the Luna ecosystem is going to die. I think UST might actually, very very soon, in a week or so, might actually gain its $1 status, $1 peg status as well. But till that happens and till this thing cools down, uh, USD coin is the most is one of the safest coins that I personally believe in. You can also look into BUSD. You can also look into few others coins as well. That was the only risk that I am worried about. Apart from that, to be honest, guys, uh, altcoins, someone had asked about altcoins. I mentioned Matic. You can look into Matic, but look into strong fundamental coins, guys. Very 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 important that we look into this now. See, Terra USD has already reached about 58-59 cents. It went to the lows of 20 cents, I think, right? And I feel really bad for people who have put in their hard earned money into this, and it went all the way down to about 30 cents yesterday. Not a good scenario, at least as far as I'm concerned. Please be very very cautious. People who did consult with me, people who basically who took our paid consulting sessions, I told them precisely that yes, Terra Luna might be giving you great APYs, but be very very cautious. I warned about USDT as well, because I was reading a lot of news around the investigations around the proposed bills in the US on the stable coins. And be rest assured, guys, I personally believe that we might be in for a for something was about to happen for these stable coins. And yeah, unfortunately, for people who had put in their life savings into UST, not a great place to be in. But hold on tight. Things are gonna be all right, guys. Okay, there's gonna be sunshine at the end of the tunnel. Do not worry. And if you ever need any help, feel free to reach out to me. uh, Absolutely, if you want to discuss anything, talk to me. I'm always available for you guys, absolutely free of cost. Okay. Okay. uh, Sagar is talking about Solana. Let us take a quick look on the Solana chart. By the way, guys, keep a close look on this Nasdaq chart as well. Okay. Okay, let me take a closer look on the Solana chart. Solana USDT. And okay, and I will actually pull out the 1 day chart right here. And we had a death cross. Nothing to be hidden right here. uh, for me personally, I'm looking at you know possibly the levels of $5, to be honest. If Bitcoin goes to $20,000, or $5, or somewhere around between $5 to $3 is where I think Solana might be heading. uh, Again, it's a great token. It has got great fundamentals. If you want to take the risk, you may. None of this is financial advice, of course, but again, uh, please be very very cautious on what you buy. For me personally, I'll not buy Solana at any price above $10. Absolutely clarification from my side. And yeah, if we go to the 4 day, not much data here. So on the 4 day, let me see. Yeah, $3.31, I think, could be a good support here. But if we break below that, I think, I don't even want to mention it, guys, right? uh, Below $1 as well in the darkest periods of the bear market is likely for Solana. Like, what was the high? What was the all-time high for Solana? Let me take a look at that. And if okay, it was around $259. And if it corrects by approximately, let's say, 90% or 95%, where will it put it? Yeah, 90% correction would put it at about at about $20 or so. 95 would put it, 97, 98 would put it at around sub $5. That is where I feel a leg to about 331, $3.31 is a likelihood for Solana. But great token again. Big fan of Solana. Missed major part of this journey, to be honest with you guys. uh, Saw this perfect beer flag, took positions, exited around 114 or 100 between this. I think we exited between 114 and 130. Then it made, almost a 2x gain from there as well. So yeah, you cannot time the market, that is for sure. uh, Also, guys, apart from the Nasdaq, keep a close eye on the DXY. I'm keeping a close eye on this. I think 108 is on the cards for DXY and could be the, the second all-time high. Look at this. Look at the dollar going up during the recession, guys. Okay, extremely important. That, why I was talking about the dot-com bubble crash. This is another perfect scenario right here. As you can see, during the dot-com bubble crash, the dollar did go up to the highs of 120, 120 points. Here, I think we might not go to 116, but 108 for me is absolutely very likely to happen. And if the dollar index keeps on rising, guys, this dollar index is inversely proportional. If you guys want to understand the proportion, how it is inversely proportional and want to understand the relation, we have made a video. You can go to our playlist and you can watch that video, and it would be absolutely, I have broken it every move by move, mapped it with Bitcoin every move by move, and that's why this is extremely important as well, guys. Okay, DXY extremely critical. Apart from this, what I am buying, I am buying gold. As I know, I strongly believe gold is going to be one of the top performing assets. I have, my gold chart will have few lines. Yeah, as you can see right here, 1845, we broke out of this amazing triangle that we have, and we are currently testing the top half of this triangle as a support. I personally believe 2310 for gold is on the cards in the next 12 to 18 months. Uh, Iram, again, Luna, I will not strongly, I'm not buying any Luna. Bought about few hours back, sold it in about couple of hours. But no, I will not buy Luna until and unless we are seeing the UST getting back to a dollar. Until that point of time, I am not buying any Luna at all. Right? That's what I am doing. As far as if you guys want to buy, then of course buy at your own risks. But there are plenty of other places where you can actually put in your money, guys. Why you want to put it in Luna? 99%, most of the altcoins will correct anywhere between 97 to 99%. Okay, and there's absolutely no point in going for Luna with the current scenario. I thought that, the Luna would correct today below 1 cent. I don't know whether that is likely or not, but let's see if that happens. Again, yeah, yeah, it was one of the fastest 2x. uh, but yeah, very small amount, doesn't really matter on my portfolio, to be honest. It's not even zero, not even 1% or 0.5% or something, not even that big, right? Okay, guys, uh, if you have any other questions, I'll be happy to answer. Apart from that, this was on the Bitcoin chart. I have highlighted this earlier as well. Look at the 5-day chart. Look at the Gaussian channel on the 5-day chart. Extremely, extremely important, guys. I have mentioned this multiple number of times in our videos. Look at this, guys. We have turned from green to red. Previously, when we turned, you know, this was a black swan event. Forget about this one, but Bitcoin did correct by approximately 50% or so from the top half of this, from the bottom half of this Gaussian channel. So I'm expecting nothing less. The bottom half is currently in at about $38,000. Expecting around sub 20,000 as well. Nirmal TRX performing, not sure about it, to be honest. Haven't been tracking it. If you want, I can do a quick TA for you as well. Again, at this price, I have mentioned this, Iram. I would recommend you buying Bitcoin. Again, buy at your own risk, not a financial advice, of course. But Bitcoin, Ethereum, couple of exchange tokens, if you may, and perhaps some of the strong fundamental tokens you may look into. My, like for example, if I have $100, for example, to invest, I would invest $75 in Bitcoin. Out of the remaining $25, I'll invest 20 or 15 to $20 in Ethereum, and the remaining $5 to $10 that I have, I will split it with Matic exchange tokens like BNB, FTX, and apart from that, possibly another Solana, Avalanche. These are fundamentally very, very strong projects, guys. Okay, have no doubt about it. They have got serious money invested in them. They have got big investors invested in them. But again, I am. If you have been following my channel, you'll be knowing I'm not how much of a risk taker. Uh, so I'll stay away. Not put more than 2% in each of these of my portfolio. Out of 100 rupees, I'll not put more than 2 rupees in either one of them as well. Okay. Iram, I hope that answers your question. Of course, apart from that, if there's any trend, like for example, GMT was the trend. uh, uh, we did ride it along as well. Was recommended to a few of our to few who had reached out to me as well. But yeah, GMT, once it broke 3.38, I think I have that line drawn. I was doing a bit of analysis, sold it at that point of time, to be honest. Uh, do I have the line drawn? I don't think so. Let me see. 1 second, guys. On the okay, yes, as you can see right here, I have a couple of lines drawn. This was a channel that GMT was following from the beginning, and yeah, I've sold it at around 380, 370, around that range. uh, Not 380, sorry, 340. 380 was upper range. Once it broke and confirmed this as a resistance, guys, Ta definitely works, and this is a proof. Again, had shorted GMT against many of the people's wish. This was a bearish pennant that had formed. This was the price target. Well, we went past well below it. $1.80 was the price target. We went all the way to low about 81 cents. But yes, guys, extremely important you pay very close attention. If you want personalized, guys, if you want personalized guidance on your portfolio, feel free to reach out to me on my Telegram, or you can mention in our group as well. We have a consulting, very low fees. It's about $50 or so. You can pay that, and you can actually sign up for a couple of sessions if you want that specific guidance in regards to your portfolio, or what you want to buy your stuff. Anyways, if you want, if you have any questions, if you always feel free to reach out, irrespective of whether you sign up for the consulting session or not. That's always there on the cards, guys. Okay. Yeah, any other questions, guys? Happy to answer. Again, Sandbox, no. Nirmal had a question. Will I invest in Sandbox? We wrote Sandbox together, didn't we? We bought it at 250. I exactly remember. We bought it at 255, sold it at 693 or 691. I mentioned it precisely in the group that sandbox is done for me. I'm not going to re-enter right now. If the trend is there in the next bull market, why not? But in the bear market, definitely not entering sandbox. And you know for other tokens, of course, Matic also gave us great returns. I precisely mentioned in I think I September, bought it at 125, sold it at 260, 255. Every one of these trades was mentioned in the public group, guys, right? So it's important you follow that closely. And as far as my Bitcoin position was concerned, I told you I will not sell. But once we got rejected of the 200-day SMA, I booked my profits at around, I think, at 44 or $45,000. I was able to sell off my complete crypto positions, guys. Any other questions? Happy to answer you guys. Look at Luna, guys. Look at Luna. Oh my goodness. I strongly believe will break below 1 cent in this 4 hourly candle itself. Possible. Don't fall for these kind of wicks. Okay, guys, just to let you know, this kind of wicks, this kind of candles that you see right here, even I saw, I think, on the Bitcoin chart as well. These are continuation patterns. These are, uh, we are okay. Let me tell you guys this very soon. We are launching our own technical analysis course as well, and of course you guys will have a discount if you are there on our channel, on the Telegram channel as well. And we are going to discuss everything related to crypto, where everything related to technical analysis. And yeah, that's going to happen very very soon, probably by the end of this month or early next month. We are going to launch the courses for you guys as well. And yeah, so guys, I was talking about the continuation pattern right here. If you can see, today today's candle is kind of a continuation pattern. Only if we close below the current levels, if you are getting a closure, in green, probably probably expecting a move to the upside, at least 32,500 or 32,600, this level, right? This level, testing of this level is possible for Bitcoin. One more thing I have mentioned repeatedly about Ethereum. Let's have a quick look on Ethereum as well. What is the level that I am going to buy into Ethereum? Well, guys, look at this. TA doesn't lie, guys. Okay, if 1753 breaks, have your buy I'll have my buy orders placed at $1,050 for sure. Okay, $1,050. Why? You can see it very very clearly. 361.8 Fibonacci, extremely important level of support. And if we go lower, I noticed someone in a community was mentioning Ethereum can test the $700-800 mark. Possible, absolutely possible, guys. Do not feel that it's not gonna happen. Okay, I feel it's absolutely possible, because what was the all-time high for Ethereum? Let's analyze this. The all-time high for Ethereum was back here, about $4,800. A 90% correction will put it at about, yeah, it will put it very at around $500 or so. I think if not 90, at least 85% correction for Ethereum is a likelihood, guys. And extremely important, because if I'm buying Ethereum at those levels, well, my predictions for Ethereum in the next bull market is around, well over $20,000, right? And it's gonna be one of the best assets, for me personally. None of this is financial advice, of course. Okay, guys, if you have any questions, feel free to send it on the chat right now. We'll wait for a couple of minutes more, and then we'll wrap this session up. This was a much requested session. Thank you so much for all of you for joining in. But yeah, I'm there with you all along. Okay, I was out on a vacation, and incidentally, whenever I'm out on a vacation, something of this sort happens. Well, not this, something of this sort happens, right, guys? And the Nasdaq is about to open. I think it's 15 minutes for the Nasdaq to open. Let me have the Nasdaq chart right in front. I strongly, not the 100 one, not this one, but the NDX, guys, the NDX 100, guys. Okay, it has, oh, the Nasdaq has opened. Sorry, mom, it was my error. The Nasdaq has opened at about 15 minutes from now. And yeah, guys, we're gonna fill up this gap, that is for sure. Possibly a wick, and then we're gonna, test the lower halves. 11,300 at least is my prediction for this month for Nasdaq. uh Solana, oh, Yeram, I mentioned about Solana. uh Around $3 or so to buy Solana. Polkadot, let me take a quick look on the Polkadot chart. Again, I'll not probably add Polkadot as well. Uh, to be honest, made some losses on Polkadot this market cycle. Look at this, guys. I think we are going way, way below $5. To be honest, I'm I'm assuming we are going. I'll not be surprised if we go to this level. To be honest, below $1 for dot. Okay, guys, thank you so much for tuning in to this video. Stay blessed, stay happy. Video coming out soon about the USDT fear in detail. Stay tuned for that as well. Thank you so much for showing your love. Bye bye for now.